What's that?
Donald J. Trump.
In a presidency that's become near continual fodder for late-night comedians, last night a skit depicting Donald Trump and a kind of Christmas ghost, straight out of Charles Dickens. Almost.
So who are you, Jacob Marley? You've got a lot of chains on.
No, I'm Michael Flynn, the ghost of Witness Flipped.
You feel you betrayed your country!
But for countless Americans, it's actually not so funny. Michael Flynn, Trump's former national security advisor, pleading guilty to lying to the FBI over official contact with Russia before Trump was sworn in as president. Trump critics today underlined it sets up a high-stakes either-or.
One, you could say he pled to a fairly minor offense, and that's the end of it, and it's not a big deal. The other, you could say he pled to a fairly minor offense, and that means he has a lot to deliver to the prosecutors.
But as investigators dig in, now with the apparent cooperation of Flynn, a surprise tweet from Trump saying he fired Flynn in February in part because Flynn lied to the FBI, contrary to Trump's earlier explanation. If true, it puts another Trump firing, that of FBI Director James Comey, back in the spotlight. If Trump knew Flynn had lied to the FBI, and then, as Comey has testified, Trump fired Comey for refusing Trump's request to ease up on Flynn.
I think what we're beginning to see is the putting together of a case of obstruction of justice.
Now enter Trump's lawyer, the highly regarded John Dowd, who this weekend said it was he, not Trump, who wrote that potentially incriminating Trump tweet. Even as Trump's Twitter feed today grew longer. I never asked Comey to stop investigating Flynn. Fake news. Another Comey lie. Another tweet adding the FBI is dishonest and its reputation is in tatters. Even Republicans are now advising Trump.
You tweet and comment regarding ongoing criminal investigations at your own peril. I'd be careful if I were you, Mr. President. I'd watch this.
And tonight in James Comey struck back via Twitter. Quoting himself from this past summer, Comey tweets, I want the American people to know this truth. The FBI is honest, the FBI is strong, and the FBI is and always will be independent.
And Paul, tonight the president of the FBI Agents Association echoing that in a statement, saying in part FBI agents are dedicated to their mission, suggesting otherwise is simply false. Well, let's go back to something you talked about just a moment ago. What are we to make of Trump's lawyer, John Dowd, saying that he is indeed the one who tweeted on behalf of the president?
Yeah, look, Dowd isn't a rookie at this stuff. It's fair to say that it would be out of character for him to be so sloppy in crafting a tweet such as that one. Not to mention, is it plausible that Trump would allow him to tweet out stuff on Trump's own account without Trump even seeing it, let alone approving it? And one more thing to consider. Remember way back in June when Trump's tweets were in the news for other reasons, as they often are, and reporters here were seeking guidance from the White House on how much weight to give them? Trump's then press secretary, Sean Spicer, put it this way. Trump's tweets are, quote, official statements from the President of the United States. Full stop.
All right, Paul, thank you. Let's tell you a little bit more about that lawyer taking responsibility for the Flynn tweet, Paul describing him as not a rookie. Well, John Dowd, well known in Washington circles, the 76-year-old, a former attorney for the U.S. Department of Justice and an expert in the field of white-collar crime. Among his past clients, the commissioner of baseball, when the league banned Pete Rose back in 1989 for betting on games. Dowd joined the Trump administration in June as a personal legal advisor to the president.